Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast where we make learning English fun and easy. My name is James.
And I'm Olivia. We're so happy to have you here today. We're going to talk about a very important topic, problems at work.
That's right. Many people face different challenges in the workplace, and today we'll discuss some of these problems while helping you learn new words.
Before we start our conversation, let's go over some important words related to our topic. We will define each word and give 2 examples.
The first word is discrimination. Discrimination means treating someone unfairly because of their race, gender, age, or other personal characteristics. Examples: 1. John didn't get the job because of his age. That's discrimination. 2. Discrimination in the workplace can make employees feel unhappy and unmotivated.
The next word is treat. To treat someone means to behave toward them in a certain way. It can be positive or negative. Examples: 1. A good manager treats all employees with respect. 2. She was treated unfairly by her boss because of her gender.
Now, we have racism. Racism is the belief that one race is better than another, which can lead to unfair treatment. Examples: 1. Racism can create a negative working environment for employees. 2. The company is taking action to stop racism in the workplace.
Next is glass ceiling. This phrase refers to an invisible barrier that stops certain people, especially women and minorities, from getting promotions or higher positions. Examples: 1. She has worked hard for years, but the glass ceiling is stopping her from becoming a manager. 2. Many companies are trying to break the glass ceiling by giving more opportunities to women.
Now, let's talk about positive discrimination. This is when an employer gives advantages to a group of people who usually face discrimination. Examples: 1. Some companies practice positive discrimination to hire more women in leadership roles. 2. Positive discrimination can help create a fairer workplace for everyone.
Another important word is dignity. Dignity means feeling respected and valued as a person. Examples: 1. Every employee deserves to be treated with dignity. 2. The company introduced new rules to protect the dignity of workers.
Next, we have bully. A bully is someone who hurts or intimidates others, often repeatedly. This can happen at school or at work. Examples: 1. Her boss is a bully who always shouts at employees. 2. Example 2. No one should tolerate a bully in the workplace.
Now, let's look at harassment. Harassment means repeatedly bothering or upsetting someone, often in a way that makes them uncomfortable. Examples: 1. Harassment at work can include rude comments or unwanted physical contact. 2. Example 2. The company fired an employee because of harassment complaints.
Another useful term is working environment. This refers to the conditions and atmosphere in a workplace. Examples: 1. A positive working environment helps employees feel motivated and happy. 2. If the working environment is stressful, employees may leave the company.
Finally, we have health inspector. A health inspector is a person who checks workplaces, restaurants, or other locations to ensure they follow health and safety rules. Examples: 1. The health inspector visited the office to check if the working environment was safe. 2. If a restaurant is dirty, the health inspector can close it down.
Great job! Now that we understand these words, let's dive into our conversation about problems at work.
Yes, James. One of the biggest problems at work is discrimination. Some employees are treated unfairly just because of their gender, age, or background. This can make the working environment very stressful.
Absolutely. For example, if a company doesn't promote women to leadership positions simply because they are women, that's discrimination. It can also be linked to the glass ceiling. Many women and minority groups face this invisible barrier that stops them from advancing in their careers.
And sometimes, companies don't even realize they are doing it. That's why positive discrimination exists. It helps balance the workplace by giving more opportunities to people who usually face discrimination.
That's true, but some people think positive discrimination is unfair because it gives special treatment to certain groups. However, if the working environment is already unequal, positive discrimination can be a step toward fairness.
A fair working environment is important for everyone. Employees should feel valued and respected. When people experience racism or other forms of unfair treatment, it affects their dignity and confidence at work.
Yes, and sometimes discrimination is not direct, but it happens in small ways. For example, if a manager gives better projects only to employees of a certain race or gender, that's racism. Even small actions can create an unfair workplace.
Another major issue is bullying at work. Some employees have to deal with a bully who constantly criticizes or intimidates them. This can make their job difficult and stressful.
And it's not just bullying. Harassment is also a big problem. It can be verbal, physical, or even emotional. No one should feel uncomfortable or unsafe in their workplace.
That's why laws exist to protect employees. Companies must ensure a safe working environment for everyone. If someone experiences harassment, they should report it immediately.
Yes, and sometimes companies don't take action until someone from outside steps in. A health inspector, for example, might visit a workplace to check if it follows safety rules and employee rights.
Exactly. A workplace should not only be physically safe, but also mentally and emotionally healthy. Employees should feel secure, respected, and motivated.
That's a great point, Olivia. A healthy working environment isn't just about safety rules, it's also about how employees are treated. When workers feel respected, they are more productive and motivated. But when they face problems like discrimination or harassment, it affects their performance and mental health.
Yes, and when employees don't feel safe, they might even leave their jobs. No one wants to work in a place where they feel bullied or disrespected. A bad working environment can push talented employees away.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not just about individuals, it's also about the company culture. If a company allows bullying or racism to continue, it creates a toxic workplace where people feel afraid to speak up.
That's why leadership plays an important role. Managers should treat all employees fairly and take action when there are complaints about discrimination or harassment. They should also encourage dignity and respect among coworkers.
Right, but sometimes employees hesitate to report problems because they're afraid of losing their jobs. They might stay silent even if they are being treated unfairly.
And that's a serious issue. Employees should feel safe to report discrimination or harassment without fear. Companies must have policies to protect workers who speak up.
One way to improve things is by training employees and managers about workplace fairness. They need to understand what discrimination, racism, and harassment look like and how to prevent them.
Yes, regular training can help everyone recognize unfair treatment and create a more positive working environment. When employees know their rights, they can also stand up for themselves and others.
And when problems do happen, a health inspector or workplace investigator might get involved to check if the company is following legal rules.
That's true. If companies don't take action to fix these problems, they can face serious consequences. Keeping a fair and respectful workplace benefits both employees and the company.
That's right, Olivia. When companies ignore these problems, they not only lose good employees, but they can also face legal trouble. Discrimination, harassment, and unsafe working environments can lead to lawsuits, fines, or even the company shutting down.
Yes, and it's not just about avoiding legal problems. A company with a respectful and fair working environment will have happier employees. When workers feel safe and valued, they are more productive and loyal to the company.
Exactly. Employees who are treated with dignity are more likely to stay in their jobs and do their best work. But if they face bullying or discrimination, they might become stressed, lose motivation, or even quit.
That's why managers need to take responsibility. They should listen to employees' concerns and take action to stop unfair treatment. A strong leadership team can make a big difference in preventing workplace problems.
And employees also have a role to play. If they see someone being bullied or treated unfairly, they should speak up. Creating a positive working environment is a team effort.
That's true. Employees should support each other and report problems when they see them. No one should have to deal with racism, harassment, or bullying alone.
And if a company refuses to change, outside help might be needed. A health inspector or legal expert can investigate and make sure that workers' rights are protected.
Yes, and companies should not wait until an inspector comes. They should actively work to create a fair and respectful workplace for everyone.
That's absolutely right, Olivia. Companies shouldn't wait until there's a serious problem or an investigation. They should take action early to create a fair and respectful workplace where everyone feels valued.
And that starts with making sure that all employees, no matter their gender, race, or background, are treated equally. Discrimination and racism have no place in a professional working environment.
Exactly. When employees are treated with dignity and respect, they feel more motivated to do their jobs well. But if they face harassment or bullying, their confidence and productivity will suffer.
That's why it's important for companies to have clear policies against bullying and harassment. When employees know that their workplace is safe and supportive, they can focus on their work without fear.
And employees also need to know their rights. If they experience unfair treatment, they should feel comfortable reporting it without worrying about losing their jobs.
Yes, and when issues arise, companies should handle them seriously. Ignoring problems will only create a toxic working environment and drive talented employees away.
In the end, a positive working environment benefits everyone: employees, managers, and the company as a whole. Treating people fairly leads to a happier, more productive workplace.
That's a great way to sum it up, James. Today, we discussed many problems that people face at work, including discrimination, racism, bullying, and harassment. We also talked about the importance of dignity, fairness, and creating a safe working environment.
Yes, and we hope this conversation helped you learn new vocabulary while understanding an important workplace topic.
Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to leave a comment, and share it with your friends and family.
And make sure to follow our channel for more interesting discussions to help you improve your English.
Take care, everyone, and see you next time.
Goodbye.